Harmon Killebrew reached out and touched so many people, and that's what makes today so sad. Harmon left us this morning, and his indelible print on Twins territory will last far beyond his lifetime here on Earth. It's a profound day of sadness here. Hall of Famer Burt Blyleven along with Dick Bramer. We lost an icon, we lost a friend, we lost a guy who still is the face of the franchise.
Well, I think the joy part of it is just getting to know Harmon Killebrew over the years and what he means to all of baseball, but also what he means to just life. Harmon lived a great life, and that's what we have to remember about Harmon Killebrew. He was a Hall of Fame player. He was a Hall of Fame person. And when you think of Harmon Killebrew, you think of the Minnesota Twins, and what you think most about Harmon Killebrew is his kindness. Yes, we all lost a good friend today with Harmon Killebrew.
The numbers don't do the man justice, but they're pretty substantial when you think about it. 573 career home runs. When he retired, he was actually fourth on the home run list. Frank Robinson passed him the following year. Over 11 years, 13 different All-Star appearances, the first Twin American League MVP, and the first Twin to go into the Baseball Hall of Fame. So with all that said, we're going to spend some time talking about Harmon Killebrew tonight, and we're going to cover a baseball game as well. And in the Twins clubhouse, his absence is definitely felt.
Well, there's a lot of guys out there that are really sad, and I think we're all, honored that we had a pleasure to hang out with him at least for a while and get a chance to know him. And he touched a lot of lives out there, not just on the baseball field, but the way you should handle yourself and the way you should deal with people, and a little bit about respect.
Harmon Killebrew passed away this morning as a result of his battle with esophageal cancer. And when we come back, we continue to remember a legend with more on Harmon Killebrew on a sad day in Twins territory. It's not often in life that we as adults get a chance to meet the heroes of our childhood. And then when it happens, most of the time it's a disappointment. The weight of our unreasonable expectations is too heavy for most shoulders to bear. For many of us in Twins territory, myself included, we had just the opposite experience with Harmon Killebrew. We knew about his baseball prowess. It got him into the Baseball Hall of Fame, and we might have heard about what a gentleman he was on and off the field. But until you met him and got to know him, you couldn't imagine how compassionate he was, how selfless he was to his very core. He was involved in so many charities. He raised millions of dollars for leukemia research when his former teammate and friend Danny Thompson passed away. He raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for the Miracle League, just so kids and adults with special needs could play the game of baseball that he so dearly loved. And ironically, he raised a lot of money and awareness for hospice care in Arizona. And then if you had a cause or a charity and you wanted Harmon to do you a favor, it became his cause or charity. So for all these reasons and a lot more, tonight we say goodbye to the first Twin to be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. And a man who 37 years ago last played for the Twins but still remains the face of this franchise. And if you will allow me, tonight I'm going to say goodbye to my hero. We're in Seattle, and our hearts are back at Target Field with the Twins' legendary Harmon Killebrew passing away this morning and his statue. It's a live look at Target Field with the face and the autograph that is unmistakable. It's one of my favorite memories of Harmon. The times I've asked him or had asked him to sign a baseball or something, and the care that he took, the meticulous nature of his autograph, and always with a smile on his face. He was maybe one of the most prolific signers in baseball history, but what separated him was he seemed to genuinely enjoy it.
Yeah.
Very touching tribute paid by the grounds crew at Target Field today.
Yep.
They dug up home plate, got a laminated picture of Harmon Killebrew, laid it
underneath the home plate and then reset it.
That's awesome. That is awesome. That will be there for a long, long time. Larry DeVito and his crew. Very, very nice gesture.
And Harmon Killebrew at Metropolitan Stadium hit one into the upper deck in left field, and then the next day hit one off the facing of the upper deck.
Off a Lou Burdette, that longest home run.
And then at Tiger Stadium, he was the second guy to clear the roof.
Oh, it's been a long wait for you. Would you put your thoughts into words right now?
Ray, I'm so happy, Ray.
Hey, fellas, the microphone won't work if you do it.
Ray, I'm so daggone happy.
Tell them to wait. They can soak us later.
All right. I can't put into words how I feel right now because, like you say, we've all been waiting for this for a long time, and it's just a great thrill, Ray.
Can't help but smile when I see that. That's Ray Scott, who was a great Twins broadcaster, great NFL broadcaster. But I remember right where I was when I watched that post-game interview, and the Twins clinched against the Washington Senators. A couple of teams struggling to score runs, so we'll take you instead to 1971 at Metropolitan Stadium when Harmon hit the milestone home run, and he hit number 501 later in the night.
Yeah, I was there. I was there. Very, very proud to watch that moment right there. And finally he got that monkey off his back because it took him a while to get 500. And then finally he just relaxed a little bit and then hit another one right after that.
I don't remember how long it took, but it took long enough for the Twins to schedule and have the thermal mug day promotion where everybody in attendance would get a plastic mug commemorating Harmon's march to 500, and they had intended on putting the significant date on his 500th home run on the mug, but the date came and passed and Harmon hadn't got to 500 yet. So there are a lot of plastic mugs out there that don't have, you know, the designation of when Harmon got they had to hand out the mugs to the fans even though he hadn't reached the milestone
Maybe
yet.
that's when they invented Sharpies, that you just put it on.
You just scribble it on there. Yep.
Twins hanging on a 2-1 lead here at Safeco Field. I'm Robbie Mikowski. Twins first baseman Justin Morneau tells the story of Harmon Killebrew impacting his autograph.
My first Twins Fest, I was 19 or 20 years old coming in, and you know, I spent some time in high school working on my signature, and I thought it was pretty good, and until I saw his, and until he saw it, and he sat me down, and you know, we worked on it for a good half hour, probably 45 minutes of me just signing my name so he could read it.
The pitch on away, fastball, and there's a high drive to left field. It is really hit way back, a long home run. It's a tie ball game, 5-5 on a tremendous home run way back into the left field stands by Harmon Killebrew.
Isn't that fun to hear Herb Carneal call one of Harmon's most famous home runs in the All-Star game?
Pops, Herb Carneal.
And a live look at Target Field again with the number 3 behind second base. Harmon's picture's been on the scoreboard at Target Field. He loved that ballpark. And one of my favorite memories of Harmon, remember the last game at the Metrodome, and the Twins had a ceremony. Actually, it wasn't the last game. We thought it was going to be the last game, but we had Harmon Killebrew, Tony Oliva, and Rod Carew at the flagpoles of the new ballpark from the Metrodome.
Harmon, you may be gone. You're not going to be forgotten, believe me.